Today we have an extremely interesting repair attempt, should I say. A business sent this to AJ IT Services in Turriff, and then AJ IT Services sent it on to me. About a month ago now, I received a message from AJ saying, I've got a Nintendo Switch Lite that's come in from a repair shop. It went to them for a charging port replacement originally, but I found a short on a cap just above the BQ chip, but couldn't find out where it was coming from. If you'd like, I'm happy to forward it to you as a donation, and you can have a play about with it and maybe make a video if you want. I then explained to AJ that I could definitely have a play about with it to see if a noob like me can whittle it down a little bit more. However, the chances of that are very slim to none. This video could be 30 minutes or 10 minutes. You guys will know, I won't. All I had to do was pay postage for this, which was like £3. So thank you very much to AJ for sending me out this Switch Lite. Now let's see if we can fix it. The condition of the Switch isn't fantastic. We've got quite a lot of grub around here and also around the analog stick. The ZR and ZL buttons are also in a very, very similar condition. And I've noticed as well that we have a crack down by the charging port here. So what I will say is if we can end up fixing this, it might be nice to do a shell swap video on this later on. A big if. Let's check it out on the ammeter real quick, because it'll be interesting to see if we do get anything, because I know that AJ said the charging circuit was bad, so we have a short on that supposedly. 0.33, 0.46, 14.9 volts. To be honest, that would indicate to me that surely this is okay. That shows charging fine, there's just nothing on the screen. If I switch this around, oh, okay, so we get nothing on the, oh, no, we do. Oh, we have to hold it up. 0.07, 0.09, and you can see it cuts off here when I move the ammeter. I think that's because of the charging port. So again, if I move it down and let go, we get nothing. If I just hold it up slightly, it comes on, and we still get nothing on the screen, even on this side. So a very interesting one. Let's continue taking it apart. I've plugged the charging cable in again because I want to see if the battery is taking a charge. So let's just check that real quick, because it seems like it from what we're getting on the ammeter. That battery seems completely dead, 1.1 millivolts on it. I'm wondering if I put my power supply on and just supply the switch with power, would it then work? Because then we could indicate if it's a battery issue or not. Let me try that. I think I can actually rule that out, because when I plugged in the power supply to test, we were drawing 1 amp. I still got nothing on the screen. It was really fiddly because I had to hold 2 wires, but I still got nothing on the screen and it was drawing 1 amp. So that would indicate that there is potentially a shorted component somewhere on the board. So let's get the board out. Now we take a mosey on over to the microscope cam just to see what's going on. The charging port itself, remember it was like flickering on one side. It could just be because there was flux in the port, but I mean, this all looks absolutely solid. This side of the port here, which I can confirm it is. Also taking a look inside the port, it looks again fine. Maybe a bit of leftover flux, but that could also be from my ammeter. So I can't see this specifically causing any issues. I will give it a bit of a clean out though. Previously, I messed up these little resistors when I was doing a port swap for a Switch Lite, but they all seem to be absolutely fine. The connector from this seems to have disappeared. I'm sure I took this off for the right analog stick or the left one, whichever way you're looking at the board, maybe the left, but it now appears to have gone somewhere. I'll have to get a replacement one of these. Just taking a look around the port itself, there doesn't seem to be any missing components or anything like that. If we flip the board over and start taking a look around the BQ/M92 T36 area, this is where AJ said that we had a short. I don't know if AJ's replaced any of these chips. If he has, he's done a really, really good job because they look really clean. I've gone ahead and put my multimeter into continuity mode, which is a mode that beeps when we have a complete circuit. I'm gonna put my black probe on ground and just check to see which cap AJ was talking about when he said that it was short. This one down here. So we have a shorted capacitor here. Now, logically for me, this could mean that maybe we have an issue with BQ, or we could have an issue with this cap, or we could have an issue with somewhere else on the board that leads to this cap. I don't know if this is meant to be shorted to ground or not. I have no idea because I don't have the experience with Switch Lite boards to be able to confirm that. However, I don't think it's meant to be shorted. First off, we're going to remove the cap and see if that short is still there. I've just removed it from the board and it came off quite easily, to be fair. So I don't know if AJ's already tried this and maybe just put leaded solder here because it came off quite easily. So if we check now, do we still have a short? Yes, we do. We still have a short on this area of the board. If I had another board, I'd be able to confirm which area should be ground, but something tells me this side of the chip shouldn't be. I have no idea where this part of the board goes. I'm just now gonna inject 1 volt with 1 amp to see what happens. So we get a full 1 amp draw, 0.3 volts as well. If I take it off and do it here, do we get the same result? Exactly the same. So 0.3 volts at 1 amp current draw. I've also just got the thermal cam out and I can't see anything getting hot. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and remove BQ and see if we still have this short. Yes, Yes, we do on both sides. On both pads, we still have a short to ground. We've now switched over to the flare cam, which is a thermal cam. And as you can see, this is the area that I'm injecting, and it's drawing 3 amps at 0.7 volts. And nowhere on this board is getting hot. Not one place. That's my fingers getting warm, and if I move them out of the way, there doesn't seem to be anywhere getting hot on the board. Hot enough to go, oh, there's an issue there. Again, these are just my fingers and the heat coming off of them. The board is taking 3 amps. I have no explanation as to why I can't find heat on this. Drawing 3 amps at 0.6 volts, it makes no sense. That's the negative wire, by the way, coming in. It doesn't make any sense. Let's quickly have a run through around M92T36, see if we have any shorts around here. I want to check that. I think this is the CPU cap. That seems to be fine as well. So all of the caps around M92 seem to be okay. I can't quite figure this one out, I'm not going to lie. We actually have the CPU area around here. I'm just going to do some poking around to see if we have any shorted caps around here, because that could potentially mean a dead CPU. These caps don't look too healthy, so I'll start here. I mean, they don't seem to be reading anything. No continuity whatsoever. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. So technically this cap is good. This one is shorted to ground on both sides of the cap. And this is right in the middle of the CPU area, okay? This one's also shorted to ground. And again, right in the middle of the CPU area. So that's 2 caps around the CPU area that seem to be shorted to ground. And this one is shorted as well. I think we have a dead CPU on this, unfortunately. Test this cap here as well. So this one seems to be fine, but all of the others, except for these 2 child ones up here, these 3 are all shorted to ground, which for me would imply that the CPU is at fault. I personally think this is a CPU issue, and that's really, really unfortunate because I thought I might be able to fix this one. I knew that it would be a bit of a challenge considering it's coming from AJ. If you know something that I don't about the pad that we saw under the scope, then please let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you again to AJ for sending me this Nintendo Switch Lite. I think this might be a rather short one, but nevertheless, it's great practice. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy this video where I attempt to repair another Nintendo Switch Lite. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.